Now to a developing story. All political eyes remain focused on Georgia, where 17 days from now there will be a runoff election for 2 U.S. Senate seats that will determine the balance of power in our nation's capital. More than 1.1 million people have already voted in 4 days of early person voting and 4 weeks of mail-in voting. The election pits Republicans David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler against Democrats John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock. Even though it will only have been a short 2 months since the presidential election, the voter rolls in Georgia have grown. News Nation correspondent Michael Schur joins us live from Georgia right now. Michael, how big of an impact do you think the youth voters expected to have in these runoff elections?
Aaron, good evening to you. Yeah, that's really the $64,000 question. Truthfully, one of the tiredest tropes in all of politics and electoral politics is that it all comes down to turnout. Well, in runoff elections, you're allowed to say that because it really does. It's about getting the base out. And now with all of these voters who are really new to the rolls, newly registered as of the presidential election, seeing these young voters out here now, as we have seen here in Georgia since we've been on the ground, has been something that is different for this type of an election. But there's also a different kind of young voter voting in this runoff election in January, and here's a little bit about that. Voting in Georgia's 2 U.S. Senate runoffs began this past Monday and will last until December 31st. But the race to get new voters registered began the moment the ballots were cast this past November.
I've gotten so many text messages from political organizations saying, hey, have you voted yet? Have you registered to vote yet? But really, I registered the day I found out that these Senate runoff elections were occurring.
We talked to high school senior Valerie Ponomarev in Alpharetta, Georgia. She found herself the object of registration drives because of her unique age status.
You know, I was thinking about the 2020 election back in 2016 when the 2016 presidential election was occurring. I was thinking, wow, in a couple years I could maybe vote. And I did the math, and turns out I missed it by just a month.
Voters like Valerie, who were too young to register to vote in the presidential election, but who will be 18 by the January 5th Senate runoff, are a big reason why the state says that over 75,000 new voters have been added to the roll since November.
Georgians are showing up, and they're showing up to vote. And yeah, they're registering. Again, 75,000 people is extraordinary. I think it's made up of young voters.
Ensei Ufat runs the New Georgia Project, which claims to have registered a few thousand of those voters, including many new adults who were in virtual school.
So we reached out to guidance counselors and principals and superintendents and AP government teachers and said, can we do a virtual assembly with your high school seniors? We found some celebrities and influencers who want to help in this moment and brought them with us to say hey, welcome to adulthood, time to register to vote.
High school senior Zara Ahmed of Tucker, Georgia, wished that adulthood came a month earlier, but she was excited to see the Senate races go to a runoff.
So, just turned 18.
Right, but it was too late to vote for the presidential election. Tell me about that.
I was pretty bummed out about that. I think this was a really important election, and I was really sad that I wasn't able to vote in it. But that's why the runoff is so important to me, because it's giving me another opportunity to kind of make a change.
It's also giving Senate candidates like Democrat Raphael Warnock an opportunity to address these new voters.
I think young voters vote the same way everybody else votes. They don't vote for politicians. They vote for themselves, and too often they don't see themselves and their story in the conversation that's happening in Washington, D.C.
I think a lot more of us really want to see how we can make a difference, and the best way to do that is by voting and using those privileges that we've been given.
Noah Boughton of Alpharetta came to cast the first vote of his life early and with his mom and dad.
I've been learning about that since I was young, of how the American political system functions, and now I get to participate in it.
For the Boughtons, it was a selfie-worthy rite of passage.
I just think it's important for everybody to get out and cast their vote, and it's especially important for the youth to be heard too, because their vote counts.
There's very limited amount of things you can do when you turn 18. I mean, everyone makes it a pretty big deal. They're like, you're an adult now, you can do all these cool things. But I think voting is the most important right that we have now, and I was really excited to exercise that.
So you can see a lot of voters in Georgia, these 23,000 new young voters and 75,000, that's just since the election. New voters are pretty excited. On the other side, though, there's a lawsuit being started by True the Vote. It's a conservative voting group that is challenging 364,000 registrations in all 159 counties here in Georgia. What they're trying to do is get a preemptive jump on challenging votes in a state that was decided by fewer than 12,000 votes. They think the challenges should happen beforehand because they learned the lesson about challenges happening afterwards. But here in Georgia and tomorrow until the 31st of December in places like this, the Buckhead Library in the Buckhead section of Atlanta, early voting will resume again at noon tomorrow. Rudabeh, Nicole.
All right, Michael, thank you very much.